Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's get into today's video. Now, Sunny went live early this morning and I happened to wake up so early this morning. It was like, I first woke up around like 5 a.m. and was able to catch the live, okay? So I am going to leave the live for you guys to watch, but I wanted to talk about a few things just before that, before playing the live for you guys to watch. She does say a lot about being able to tell her own story, and that she was talking around some of the things and basically just saying she would like to tell her own story and a lot of the things out there are lies. And that she also talks a little bit about the book that she is writing, which is about her life, and she's had a very interesting life. She does also share something that she said is at the intro to her book. So something that happened to her when she was 3 years old. Now, I will say, it sounds like the book would be a good read. I will say that. She has a way of, like, when she even first brought up the question before she talks about the book or the specific example in the book, I was like, oh, okay, that's a really nice way to capture the audience. So I do think that when the book comes out, maybe we're gonna read, do a bit of book reading about that if you guys are up for it, because I do think she is going to provide a lot of tea for us to sip on the channel. Okay, so maybe when it's out we'll talk about it, but I do have the live to play for you guys. But before I do that, I do want to say, now I know that so much has been going on about like Moses allegedly getting arrested, and I've done a video on that. If you have not watched, make sure you go over to my channel and have a look at it. Watch it, guys, watch it. Now, I do think that she is going to come out and address it at some point, so we just have to stay tuned to that. Now, in this live, she doesn't talk about it, but she does have a YouTube channel that she has been promoting and saying that she would tell her story on the channel. So I think if you guys are interested, make sure you go over there and subscribe to her YouTube channel so that, and even if you guys don't subscribe, I will bring the tea for you guys, okay? So don't worry about that. She's basically said that she needs 1,000 followers for her to give exclusive information. So I'm sure she means subscribers. She wants to give like personal testimonies, behind the scenes scoop. She wants to give information about the good, bad, and the ugly. I do get the impression that Sunny is about her bag. So she is going to make sure, if I get the impression she's the queen of lemons into lemonade, okay? So yes, all of these things are going out. I feel like she's going to tell her story and she's going to be captivating with it. And I think that she will actually end up being on a lot of people's radar. Now, let me know what you guys think, because I know like some of y'all aren't checking for her, and I understand. But I'm just very, very curious. Like, what do you guys think? Like, are you guys going to subscribe to her YouTube channel? Are you guys even interested in it? Would you guys be waiting to hear about the book? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this live for you guys. It is a bit of a long live, but make sure you watch until the end. Also, don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. My advice for you is listen to the live video like it's a podcast, honey. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and just let the video play, okay? And after you guys watch the video, make sure you let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the chat. Thank you. Bye.
Going to the theater because you just like going to the movies. And then somebody, like one of your friends is on the phone and they like, girl, let me tell you about the movie. And they tell you the whole damn movie. Or think they tell you the movie because everybody has their own interpretation of the movie, right? And then you're like, damn, well, I was going to go see the movie on Saturday. But it's Monday and you're like telling me the movie, and I had these great plans to watch the movie on Saturday with my date or whatever, my kids, my family. Like, the thing is, I don't mind sharing my story because, again, it's like it's a part of my testimony, and I'm so like proud of my testimony. I'm so proud of my story, guys. It's not anything I'm hiding. I'm like, thing is, you guys haven't even allowed us to tell you our story, and it hasn't even been allowed necessarily on the show yet. So it's like, We're not trying to hide anything, guys. We love our story. We love our lives. And we love our past. Yes, I love it, actually. It's the thing I overcame. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we overcame so many things. And guess what? Look at us. We're alive. We have our mental. So just allow me to tell my story, sweetie. And I'm going to do it on my time. Okay? This is my life, okay, guys? Like, it's okay. Calm down. You'll get it. I'm very transparent, okay? We don't mind. Like, guys, it's okay. I promise you. I love my story. I'm actually writing a book about my life because I want you to read it all from the very beginning. So just know there's nothing for us to feel like we have to hide, guys, okay? She doesn't know our story to tell, though. That's the thing. Like, people are making up their own stories, guys. You can't tell, nobody can tell my story because nobody knows what the hell I've been through. And actually, none of these people really know me to tell my story. Crazy thing, nobody really knows me on the show. All they know is I was their producer. And then they know about Moses. Like, nobody knows my story. Literally. I never shared it with anyone. So if you're hearing my story from someone else, that's not my story, guys. That's their story. Okay? No one on that platform knows me well enough to tell my story. I never told it to them. I very much was keeping things professional, guys. I wasn't getting into my personal business and stuff like that with, said cast members, is all I'm saying. So, yeah, that's their version of something that they really barely know, guys. Y'all don't know our story. Give us a chance. All I'm saying is, listen, I know it's interesting to find out things from 2010. However, give us time to share. We're very transparent. Like, from the jump, we said, like, hey, certain things, like, like, it's not a secret. So it's like, it's okay. I absolutely, yeah, people love creating these. Like, I absolutely love testifying and using my life as a testimony. I absolutely think it's part of my purpose. Okay. So people are like, she's running and hiding. Baby, I'm right here. Okay. A bun in the bed, not with no makeup on. I don't give a damn about that because I know I'm that girl. However, I'm just saying, guys, like, it's okay. We're going to tell our story. And you know who wants to really share their story as their testimony? Moses. He absolutely wants to share his story as his testimony. It's okay. Allow us to do that, okay, guys? It's just really okay. Y'all, it's like I just said, and then I'll get off because I was just so excited to be able to go live from Sunni Minx page. Oh my God, it's been like 4 or 5 months, guys. Do y'all realize that? It's been like 4 or 5 months since I've been able to go live on my own freaking page. Oh my, it's like, let me give a cheers. Let me give a toast. I want to toast to all the people that are up at this time for some odd reason. And you're alive and you're well and you're live on my page. So here's the toast. Raise your glasses. Boom. And yes, I drink water out of a straw. This is a celebration. So, that's pretty much all I got, guys. And y'all know I can't see, so y'all be like, she's ignoring the comments. Guys, I need my glasses, and I don't know where they are. My dog, sometimes he steals my glasses, and he eats them, oddly enough. So when I'm down here like this, you know I'm actually reading. But when I'm like this, you know I'm not reading, okay? And then they're coming in like, so you say, I'm drinking Minute May Zero. It's a toast, guys, because I'm going to be going live. Actually, I'm lying. I'm not going to be going live that much because I got a lot of stuff going on right now. And I'm like in the middle of renovating 3 of my houses. Okay. And you know what? I'll go live with that tomorrow. How about that? You guys want to see a day in my life? I'll go live with that tomorrow. How about that? I am renovating 3 of my homes. Getting them ready for renters. Because I had a surge and like I had 3 people's leases up at the same time this year. So I am in the process of getting them ready for this year. I'm turning over to Section 8. And this is my first time on Section 8 in Missouri. So I had Section 8 in Georgia on the properties I had there. So I feel like this process is a little bit different because that was like a small town and you get away with a little bit of their system wasn't it. I don't think it was as sharp as like St. Louis because they were just very like, hey, okay, Section 8, cool. I mean, they did do the inspection, but it was just like, I just feel like St. Louis is a little bit more on top of it. So yeah, I am. It's really like, sometimes it can be overwhelming. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh yeah, it's great that I'm doing 3 houses at the same time. Because now I have to make sure my staff and people are doing their job at 3 different places at 3 different times. So, you said you would only do 1 home on Section 8. No, child. I want my money on time. Like, I want my money on time, child. I am not doing straight rent unless you've been on your job for 20 years and you can show that. I'm just not doing it. I'm over that. Most of my tenants that were on straight rent did pay their rent on time. However, you know, people hit hard times and people hit situations, right? And things come up. So sometimes when those things come up, boy, go lay down. Your dog staring me in my face. But, so yeah, I'm going to go live with that tomorrow. I'm not going to stay on here too long because he just woke me up barking so loud that I was like, I had all these things on my phone. So I picked my phone up to check my phone. And then I was just like over here testing and like seeing what was going on. And I realized that I could go live from my phone. And so I was just like, oh my God. I was just so excited. Y'all don't know I've been on punishment from Instagram Live for like 4 to 5 months. Literally all of the summer. And I'm like, dang, people was fake reporting my page. Well, what it was they wasn't fake reporting my page, but I was being petty. So like I get a lot of positivity and then I get a lot of negativity too. So it's like half and half. Now it's more love, and I appreciate y'all for the love. At first, it was like all crazy stuff. I won't even repeat those words out of my mouth. But I was on a blocking spree, and I was on a cussing you back out spree. Okay, the petty in me was just like, girl, right back to you, you know? And so I was getting blocked left and right like crazy. And so now I'm back, guys. Oh my God, they let me back on. So now, yeah, but anyway, renovating my 3 houses is, you know, a thing. And again, guys, like I literally, I forgot, I took a bath, but I literally had paint all over my hand today because one of the paint buckets spilled like out of the truck. It fell out of the truck and it just spilled all over me. But I am the type that I will get in there. I am the type that I will get in there and I do work, guys. Because one thing about me, I ain't gonna sit on there and wait for nobody to do nothing if I know I can do it myself and you're BSing. See, because right now we're in a climate where, and I don't know if y'all experiencing this, but y'all let me know. Because in my city, at this point in time, people be BSing. Like, you be like, okay, you coming over tomorrow to do the work? I had a guy supposed to come to this evening to do some work at one of the houses that I was at. I literally had made my plans to be at this house at this time because he told me he was coming to do some work. So I'm sitting there at the house, got the materials, ready to do the work. And he's like, and I'm like, I text him like, hey, where you at? It's that time. Oh, I fell asleep and I forgot. And I'm like, he said, give me 2 days or so. 2 days? Do you know what I could get done in 2 days at this house? I'm going to show y'all. I can literally get done, like by myself, I could been paint a whole house. Like, I'm talking about ceilings, walls, trims, all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm not waiting on you for 2 days to come over and do minor stuff. And that's how I started doing work. I'm like, I would just start, not ain't how I started, but that's how I'm just like, I would just start doing the work still. So if you catch me painting some trim, it ain't because I can't afford to get a worker. It's because my worker ass didn't show up. Or either said, hey, oh, something came up. Because we're in a climate right now where people feel like they don't have to work. Y'all know some of those people. They feel like they don't have to do nothing they can just like live this life where they don't have to put no work in. And that to me is something I cannot relate to because I'm such a hard worker. But I'm also at a point where I'm trying to be a smarter worker, and use my brain and like not necessarily be in the field, which that's where I'm at now, where I'm like, I'm not trying to really be in the field, but I will, I do what I got to do type of person. Like, that's just me. I was raised by two people like that. My mom, my dad, they are, in fact, let me tell you a story. My dad is 76 years old. He's about to be 77 years old. Do you know my daddy went skating tonight? I love my daddy so much. My dad went skating tonight, guys. What did you do? He went skating. That's what he does on Wednesdays. He goes skating. And he's 76, about to be 77. If the Lord's willing, and I thank you, Lord, for that in advance. Because I always pray for my parents' longevity. I always be like, God, give them longevity. Thank you. So, my mom and dad are very much hard workers. And they still to this day are workers. So I was literally raised by people who did not sit on their butts, who did what they had to do. So that is very much why I am the type of person that will get in the field and do what I have to do. I'm not the girl that's like, well, my nails. I'm very much the girl that wants to know how to do stuff. And there's nothing wrong with being the soft era girl. I've just always been a girl who wanted to do and know how to do everything. That's just always been me. Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to, because I feel like the more stuff I know how to do, the more value I hold in a lot of areas. And to me, value is very important in any situation what I bring. My parents are still also. My God, that is amazing. 92 and 83. Oh my God, you are so blessed, child. You are so blessed. And I'm always like that. I'm for that every day. Thank you. And then I'm about to get off for at least a couple more hours. I'm the type of girl that I wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock every day. You know my story. I'll give it to you in pieces. Okay. Right? To be fair. Right? To be fair. You haven't, guys. Okay? I'm not that girl that's on here and going to be on for 5 seasons and not telling you their story. Okay? I'm just not that girl. So, yeah. Yes. Support me. Like, okay, here's the thing, and I appreciate that. And I'll leave you with this. I love a good underdog story because that's, I feel like I've always been coming from a place of, oh, baby, yes, I'm sunny. I'm either going to give you the sun or you're going to have to block it with some shade. Okay. Girl, you done made me, girl, that comment, miss talking to you. Listen, guys, I forgot what the heck I was about to say, but I'm about to go back to sleep because I need to get at least these 3 to 4 more hours. I have to be at the truck yard or the van yard at 6 to work with my guys, get them ready for the day. I have to be up. Okay, so I get up early. I always wake up about this time because my dog, when he hears something, goes crazy. But I usually get up at 3 or 4. I forgot what I was saying initially because Miss Talkative threw me the hell off with that comment. And now I'm just blabbing. Oh, y'all was saying rooting for me and supporting me. I really appreciate it. I was saying the underdog thing. I love a good underdog story. And guess what? Just know that I'm a big dog. Okay. Okay. Just know that I'm a big dog because at the end of the day that I have been through, so much stuff I've overcome, so much stuff that I have coming forth in my life. So I am a positive person. I always see the glass half full. It's never half empty. I'm optimistic. My faith is so big. And yeah, it's always going to be a good day tomorrow. As long as we got it tomorrow. That's just the type of person I am. Yeah, I love a good underdog story. And yeah, I'm a big dog though. So yeah. And good night on that note. Okay, man. Okay. How many at this moment? 2 active businesses at this moment. I used to be trying to have like so many different little businesses. Okay, so yeah, I have 2 active businesses and working on obviously a third, getting into the product business. And we have some people on the cast that are doing big things with their products, and I think that's cool. I mean, I'm not here to like break down different things about their stuff, but I just think it's dope that they're pursuing that and they have gotten to a level of success of some level. To get your own product out is not an easy thing. It takes a lot of self-motivation. It takes a lot of consistency, especially if it's something you've crafted, and not something you just white labeled. But yeah, so that's exciting. I see that there. All right, guys, look, I'm out of here because the longer I stay on here, I feel like the more pettier I'm getting, and I'm just not with that right now. Again, I was just excited to go live, but y'all seem like y'all bored too, though. You say you'll be fine as long as you stay true to yourself. Hello, somebody preach to the. I am. Oh, I'm going. One thing about me As long as God gives me air in my lungs, vision in my eyes, be okay. And it's just so, guys, you guys, it's okay. Okay. Y'all see when I do this, I'm reading. Now y'all know. Because people, some of you guys send me people's like YouTube stuff, and I might glance at it because I'm like, okay, let me see what these folks talking about. It's kind of interesting to see people talking about you so much and saying things that you'd be like, oh girl, that ain't even true. But I'd be like, okay, sometimes I might glance for a few minutes or whatever, and just to see what's going on, stay, kind of in tuned when they send me something, because you guys send me certain things to keep me like on point, and I appreciate that, because I don't go searching for it. Like, I don't go down a rabbit hole, and I really don't watch a lot of TV. Even though I make TV, I don't watch a lot of TV because I don't really have the time to watch TV, and my mental space is very much filled with things that I'm working towards and my goals, and I have a to-do list as long as, like, they never end. They never end, my to-do list, and I really be trying to get shit done in life. So I don't know who have time. And hey, listen, there is no life of just like going to work, focusing on that when you're there, going home, focusing on that when you're there, and not having all these different things going on. There's no shade. I'm not giving any shade to that, because I think that's actually, very healthy and very smart. However, I'm a person that has certain goals that I have for myself, so it keeps me very, very busy, and I don't get to watch TV a lot. I'm not home a lot. And even when I come home and digress, I spend a lot of me time in my own head and focusing on things like, okay, what did I get done today? All right, what do I need to get done tomorrow? What needs to be done by Thursday? What needs to be... So that is very much where I'm at in my mental space a lot. Yes, Miss Talkative, I did watch your video because you sent it to me. And if I say I'm gonna do something, girl, I do it. Okay. And I said, send it to me so I could watch it. And I did. I do have a chemist that I'm working with. And I kind of just found this person because I had some people that were suggested to me by like friends. And they were all, boy, what is my dog down there doing? Are you doing a Harlem Shake? They were suggested to me, but they were booked up. And yeah. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. I keep saying I'm gonna get off here, but low key, I'm just bored because I'm like up and I need to go back to sleep. But let me tell y'all something. You know when y'all tell me that y'all love me, I be like, that be kind of special to me. I be like, oh my God. Like when somebody, every time one of y'all tell me that, and a lot of y'all tell me that, y'all literally say, I love you. And it's so dope to me. I really do. That really does touches my heart. And you know what? I was a tomboy growing up. And then I turned into like a girly girl, And then I'm at a point now. And when I was young, y'all think I'm something now. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I was young, baby, I didn't give a dang about a lot of stuff. Okay. I was very much nonchalant with a lot of emotional stuff. I wasn't a very emotional girl when I was young. I bloomed and blossomed into the woman that I am today. And I so appreciate the woman I am today. She's much different from the girl I used to be. And I'm proud of that. Because a lot of people be stuck in that little girl phase. I think we know some people that be kind of stuck in that space. And I'm just so glad that God nurtured and matured my mind, and I'm such a different woman now. But I'm a lot more sensitive now in terms of like I'm an empathetic person, and I'm also like a person that connects with stuff a lot differently now because I know my father a lot differently now. And my faith is a lot differently now because I survived some things, okay? But when y'all tell me those words, I be like, oh my God, because the thing, the truth is about it, I love y'all too. And I love people in general. And when y'all tell me that, it really does. So I be like, gosh, thank you. 'Cause it's good to know that people feel that way about you. You know what I'm saying? Is that how you came up with Sunshine, the series? What you mean? What you mean, Miss Talkative? Is that how you came up with how Sunshine, the series starts out? Oh, what you talking about? My life and Sunshine? Okay. Yeah, a lot of Sunshine in the series is something I can actually relate to in life. So, good morning, Mila Chan. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I grew up in the 90s. And the 90s was a time that we played outside. Like, we rode bikes and we'd be all on the other side of town. And we'd be discovering life and doing stuff. And I had a big brother. I think that also played a big story into it, that lived in the same household with me. I got a lot of brothers and sisters, but my mom had 2 children with my father. And we were many years apart, well, 5 years apart, which is kind of big in being young because, you know, those 5 years make a difference from somebody being in high school, if somebody still being in middle school, somebody being in grade school, you know. And so my big brother was like I wanted to be like my big brother. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just big, a big guy. He was strong, and he was a survivor. And so I just naturally wanted to be like him. I looked up to my big brother. So I think that played a lot of me being a tomboy because that was my role model. You know, I didn't have a sister in the household at the time. My sisters were by different women, and they were much older than me. And so at that young age, they're like 10 years older than me. Or more, they're actually more than 10 years older than me. So we didn't get to grow up in that same space. And so the tomboy part of me came from me idolizing my brother and my father. So also my father, you know what I'm saying? But you know how your sibling is like it's like your best friend. And or it's like your enemy, because we used to fight like cats and dogs when we were young, but now he's like my best friend. So yes, the tomboy part of me, I got into shit. Like, I got into shit. So those are things like I really want y'all to read my book because, and I've always wanted to write a book. It's not about being on this show that made me want to write a book. Okay, I've always wanted to write a book about my life because I always thought that I had a story to tell. I'll tell you this part about my book because it's the opening part of my book. And then I'm going to get off because I'll be on here just talking like y'all here with me on the phone. Talking to my people on the phone, you know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person I check in with my friends every day. Like we talk on the phone. And we don't have to, but we're like family. So it's like, what are you doing? How's your day go good? Like we just check in. But I'll tell you this little bit about my life this part about, this is the intro to my book, and I will tell you this little slither. It's the first couple pages. How many of you guys remember your first memory? Mine is so vivid. My first memory, I was 3 years old. My first memory, I was 3 years old. And at the tender age of 3 years old, I almost died. And maybe that's why it's my first memory. My first memory was a near-death experience. And I remember it like it was yesterday. In fact, the other day, I told my brother, I was on the phone with my big brother, and I told him that I was writing my book. And we talked about this memory because he was there. And he said, I remember it like it was yesterday too, because I almost died. And my big brother actually saved me. He saved my life. And so I think that unconsciously played a role into why I idolized him growing up. And I wanted to be like him growing up because he was like literally my hero. He literally saved my life. He literally was my hero. So from that moment on, I looked at my big brother as my protector. I would have been dead if it wasn't for him. So, there would be no Sunni Minx if it wasn't for my big brother. Literally. And even in that moment when I was 3 years old and I was dying, okay, I was conscious of it. I literally remember what I was doing. And because I was only 3, not knowing what life or death was, I was allowing it to happen. I mean, I was not allowing it to happen, but I was just there. I wasn't necessarily struggling. Or maybe I struggled a little, but it was just like, okay, this is what's happening type of thing. I remember thinking like, this is what's happening. And that's how my book starts out. I share that experience with you guys. So, my life is a blessing and it's a testimony because so many people actually would have been dead. You know what I'm saying? And I always had a sense of covering. As a child, I always had a sense of something there that I couldn't see, a presence. I used to think that because I watched a lot of movies as a kid. We grew up in the 90s, so, we had movies like, all these different kinds of the movies and the television in the 90s was just amazing. But I was very connected to television, and that's a part of my story too, because I literally was destined to be a writer, a producer. I'm actually living in my purpose because this is something that was exposed and given to me at a very young age, the ability to write, the ability to be creative. I didn't lose my imagination, the imagination that we have as children. When can we expect the book? Girl, listen, I'm not going to tell you when you can expect the book. But I have a couple chapters written. I just have to have the time because, child, it takes time. And when I get locked in on writing, I get locked in. I'll spit out 14, 15, 20, 30 pages in a couple days because I'm just like, it's flowing. I really hope that over the winter I can like get back into writing more of that book. I will say for sure by next year. I will say for sure because I know for sure I can get some stuff done. But I always felt the sense of God being with me. I used to feel like it was a ghost or a supernatural type of feeling. I always felt like it was a supernatural type of feeling. I always felt that. You guys relate? You guys ever, did you have a presence or a sense of God when you were young? Did you have a sense of presence of something? Did you feel God when you were young? Did you have this supernatural feeling around you when you were young? I did. I always knew it was something watching me there, covering me. I always felt that before anybody could even make me comprehend who God was. Because I was just a kid. Talking about single digits. I always felt like someone is there. I didn't even know who God was at that time. But my mother made sure we went to church. We went to church. See? Okay, y'all did at 5. Y'all absolutely did. Oh, God, yes. See? Then we know who it is. We know it's, and we know he's real. Because before we even knew who he was there. Dang, that's so deep. That is so deep. And it's so exciting. Do y'all know how deep that is to know, like, I was always there? And before you even understood or had the capacity to understand who he was, Holy Ghost, okay, I'm starting to feel the spirit. No lie. When I'm talking about him, I get the feeling the spirit. Like, whoa. And people be like, you be trying to talk that Jesus stuff, baby. I got to talk that Jesus talk at some point. I don't know what y'all be talking about, but I got to acknowledge my God in anything that I do because, like, I just know that I wouldn't be nowhere without him. So I got to give him a little bit of praise anytime I get to talk. I got to talk about him at some point. Sinner, it leads back to the basic, baby. Because when she was saved from death at 3 years old, baby, I got to talk about God. I got to acknowledge him at some point. So you didn't grow up in church, and you don't have to grow up in church because church is in us. Church is around us. Church is what we about. Church is what we do. And I did grow up in church, and to be quite honest, I liked the music aspect of church, and depending on what church, because we changed churches quite a bit.